I would like to thank Prick Up Your Ears, which I presume is a reference to the brilliant film about Joe Orton, but and indeed the book. But uh, this person says, why is an animator commenting on medical issues he has no competence in? He should be discussing the merits of the latest Wallet and Gromit film. That's his expertise. Gromit is spelt wrongly. But I was talking about the Lucy Letby case. First of all, I'm really very charmed and grateful to have been identified in the comment section as an animator, and that's very satisfying. Unfortunately, because I've taken a fairly political role over the years, and because of a sort of academic background, I feel I am entitled to talk about other issues, and and certainly when I was working sort of full time in universities, although I did manage to squeeze in a bit of animation, and I ran an animation course for a short while in Moscow, I was mostly involved in education and philosophy, and and actually teaching politics at one point. So I think I've earned a certain right to be able to comment on political issues. As for the medical issues, uh, yesterday I was renewing my house insurance, and the agent wanted to know what my career was, what was my profession, and I thought, I don't really know. Am I a full time YouTuber? Well, no, I just do a bit in the morning, a bit in the evening, and otherwise I spend a lot of my time animating. But do I make money out of animating? Really, no, not at the moment. Uh, so maybe that scotches that idea. Um, do I still make money out of teaching? Barely. But I do spend a lot of time teaching, and and I go off and I do supply teaching whenever I can as well. But it's very difficult, having been in a university at a senior level, to go back into a school and try and teach as a sort of sidekick. You can't do it. It's really tough. And it's not because you can't control a classroom. That's easy. It's because there's problems in the staff room. There's always resentment when you come in with ridiculous titles like professor. So uh, I think I'm very satisfied to be described as an animator, and if that means I'm supposed to shut up about Lucy Letby, well, I suppose I suppose I will try to, but I would have thought that would also shut up people like Nadine Dorries and David Davis. Surely David Davis doesn't have any competence in medical issues. The point is, those of us who have been given a platform need to use it to articulate the things which are of importance. And all I do is reflect on stories which are current, and which I notice. And I scribble a few notes before starting, and uh, beyond that, I try not to edit. I try not to uh, censor what I've said. I try not to remove videos even if I change my mind, and I try to respond as much as possible to the comments that people make. Uh, that is the principle of this channel, and to engage in conversation and to engage in debate. And I'm certainly not somebody who thinks that the issues are all that matters. The issues are not all that matters. A lot of what matters is personality. And from that point of view, being a personality animator, I would have thought I'm in a prime position to make comments. Personality is something in short supply, particularly in politics, where you get the impression that CCHQ, the Conservative Party headquarters, would rather their candidates left their personality at the door before pursuing their career trajectory. And the Labour Party similarly. If you can wear a suit and look indistinguishable from the person standing next to you, they would prefer it. The days when personality was at the forefront and dictated the way individuals in Parliament spoke have almost vanished. And so those people with a personality stand out like sore thumbs. And that's why Farage has such a good run in Parliament, because he is a person with a personality, not necessarily one that's that engaging. But there aren't very many people in Parliament today who have a personality that can be identified. Farage is one. Angela Rayner, oddly, might be another. Ted Miliband is certainly another. Hilary Benn, despite all his effort to hide, has personality oozing out of every pore. Kemi Badenoch has none. Keir Starmer has very little. Wes Streeting, oddly, is a person gifted with quite a lot of personality and quite a lot of flair, but nobody quite eclipses the brilliance of Stephen Flynn. And Jenrick, by the way. Jenrick, we may not like Jenrick, I don't. And I don't like what he currently stands for. I liked what he was in the beginning. But Jenrick is somebody who has ability, if not personality. He is one of the few people who can stand up in Parliament like Jacob Rees-Mogg could and deliver a speech of at least 20 minutes long without notes.